What it is, what it was, what it shall be. It's your boy, the one and only Deshaun, the truth, Reinhardt. Anyway, we sitting here at another one of those days at the Black Talk, and let me tell you something, man. I think I figured it out. I figured it out. Mm. And here's what I figured out, right? Because I'm sitting here and I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm thinking to myself, well, the Epstein files are out, right? And you know about all these people that are in it. A lot of them are actually senators. You know, they sitting behind power right now. Our president sitting behind power. You know, a lot of these guys are people in power. I'm just saying, we know who the bad actors are, right? Yet we haven't brought them to justice. Israel, they put this guy in play. Them and Rothschilds, or whatever the heck you call these people, put this guy in play as a spy. So they also know who the bad characters are, right? A funny thing about Israel is whenever somebody gets elected to office, they send them a all expense paid trip to Israel. Come visit the motherland. And they lobby with these cats, and mysteriously, somehow, they receive a financial endowment from Israel. All of them. Every last one of them. All of them. All of them. How do you take over a government? And this is my point. Well, I was coming to. How do you take over a government? Think about it. These guys, our government is no longer our government, people. For real, for real. Our government has been bought and paid for, and yeah, the lies, the real lies. Here's the real lie. Trump, our president, is actually doing something good for us, or that he was ever going to do anything good for us. Period. Period. The only thing Trump doing right now is trying to figure out how much money he can make during this disaster. He knows he's a pawn. He knows it. It's just that simple. And I'm asking you guys to look at this government and look at it for real, for real. At any other time in history, would this have happened? Forget if people keep talking about if Obama would have done this, they'd have thrown him right on in jail. If anybody, if any of the presidents would have done this, they'd have thrown him in jail, right? This government is no longer our government. Our government is over with. We've been toppled. Our government has been straight up toppled. And what in the there was not even a gunfire. No one even lit a firecracker. Nothing like that. Nobody got stabbed. Well, Kirk did die. But other than that, and I don't even think he was necessary. Because they had it long before. They've had this government lock, stock, barrel. They knew for 47 years that these people had no, they knew since, they knew for 40 years that this guy been talking about this for 40 years that these people had weapons of mass destructions, nukes and stuff like that. Come on, man. For 40 years. And for 40 years, every president before this knucklehead we got in there right now, right, has always said, okay, I'm cool, man. Whatever, dude. We not going to do all of that you're talking about. We'll do this, but we're not doing that, right? Well, he got this one to do that. Oh my God. They know all our people's secret. And they're using their truths against them. There's something so diabolical about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? These people are truly the children of Satan. You know, for real, for real. And who else would own America but Satan? Come on. This is Babylon. This is the new one. But yeah, our government is no longer our government. Our government doesn't work for us anymore. For real, for real. All our money from the beginning of this year, matter of fact, since we bombed those people, right, under the pretense that they're making a nuclear weapon, all our money has been going towards Israel and what they're doing. When we became complicit in the fact that these people was committing genocide on the Palestinian people systematically, and they're doing it right now. They got mobs over there running through the streets of Palestine, burning people out of their houses, burning people in their houses. These are the children of Satan, and they're doing it for their property. They're doing it for their stuff. And we, Americans, this is where the war is with these people. You know what I mean? We go to Iran, they ain't bothering nobody. They just selling a little oil. They try to do their thing. But Israel know in order to rule everybody over there, put them under subjugation, right? That they got to get Iran out the way. They the big boy on the block. Get these fools out the way, the rest of it's gravy. I run the whole show. I got the nukes. I can threaten everybody. I can make these mobs do what I want them to do. I can tell them about how to run their oil. Woo up your bam. Don't worry, man. It's going to work out for you in the end. But for right now, look, I got the pictures. I got the videos, all that other stuff. So what I say go, right? And then not only that, nigga, I done greased your pocket with your people. See, we give them 200-300 billion. In return, what they do is they take at least a couple, I say, 100 billion of that, right? In turn, grease the pockets of the senators and the legislators and the Republicans and the Democrats. You know, to come on to the trips. Come hang out with us for a couple of days. We're going to indoctrinate you into this bullshit that we own under this cabal. You feel me? We're going to pull you on in. You know what I'm saying? You too can eat a child. For real. This stuff is deep, man. You know. This stuff is real, real deep. But we no longer have We no longer have a democracy. That's out the window. So we can forget about that. Democracy is when you can actually vote somebody into office. That's gone. That's totally gone. What they did to Jasmine Crockett down there, that was crazy. That's crazy. That lets you know. And she's running against not somebody in a different. She's not running against a Republican. She's running against a Democrat to see who's going to take the Democrats to run against the Republicans. And they whoop her with her own guy that she's hyped up. You feel me? But she knew, which we all knew, that she's the forerunner. But they tricked her out of her shit. You feel me? To put that other guy in that ain't saying too much or nothing about nobody, never at no time. He's friendly. But dare I say, look, they paid off Jasmine too. She been over there. They hit her count. Yeah. They got them all, baby. They got them all. They got them all. You know. And it's sad. It's real sad. From the top to the bottom. You know, this country is no longer ours, man. Yeah. We've been we've been oh man. We've been feeding the beast and the enemy all this time. And if your eyes is not open to these Jews over there, these when did we become pirates? You know, when did we become people who kidnap people and hold people? You know what I'm saying? When did we become uh, people who assassinate people? You know, when did we become a nation of pedophiles, rapists? In less than a year. All these, you know, child enslavement, uh, traffickers, drug lords, all these different things are coming out of our highest places, the places that should be respected. You know what I'm saying? The White House, the police station, the people we look to protect us. You know, I remember a time the worstest thing that you could possibly say was a bad word or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, or blaspheme against God or something like that. You know, or say something bad about your country or your race or another individual's country or race or what have you. Now we're living in a time when uh, nothing that you say is bad. Just don't say nothing bad about Israel or the Jews. If you do, we'll cancel you. If we can, we'll put you in jail. If possible, we'll kill you. That's the country that we're living in. It ain't even about us no more. Make America great again. Didn't mean make America great again. Make America great again mean make Egypt, I mean not Egypt, but Israel great forever after this one. Yeah. When they said we're gonna become a third world country, we're there now. I don't know why that guy didn't for the interest rates didn't do his job. You know what I'm saying? Giving this guy a little mercy. Maybe because he's about to retire and he said, fuck it, let me go on here and throw this motherfucker a bone. But right now we're in a fucking recession. Believe that. They ain't even talking about it. They won't even air the shit. We're in a fucking recession. We're finna go through a fucking depression. The fucking dollar is about to drop through the fucking floor. It will be worthless paper in a minute. Mind your investments. These banks are going to go bankrupt in a minute. We are headed for some hard fucking times, people, and I'm telling you right now, whatever the hell we're doing over there will not end well. Will not end well. This will not end well. We got it. From top to bottom, we have nothing but idiots in there. Come on. This will not end well. They didn't even start it well. They didn't go in there with a plan. They didn't even go in there with a plan. Somebody told them, look, nigga, get over here and bomb these people, man. And this idiot did it. No plan, no nothing. Just give us a few targets. We the dummies. We the dummies. Just give us a few targets. Come on with the targets. And we'll hit this and this and this and this. And then we'll say it was a joint rule wop the bam. And we had to do it because they was rebooting. Well, that shit's out the window now. They ain't rebooting. But here's how you know it's fucked up, right? Israel ain't even bombing Iran. Israel over Lebanon. Trying to steal more land while we deal with these goofies. And every now and then, these motherfuckers shoot off over into Iran. You ain't even dealing with the problem at hand. You somewhere else doing something else, figuring that this dome shit gonna protect your goofy ass. Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. The shit that will stop the whole motherfucking ball of wax. If China or Russia walk into this shit, if Russia walk into it, I believe they still gonna think they got some motherfucking leverage, right? But if Russia and China walk into this motherfucker, they gonna say to themselves, and I know they some selfish motherfuckers, right? Because I know they've come too far. You see where I'm going with this? America's trying to save face. Well, not America, but Trump's trying to save face with America. You know, he's looking for an off-ramp, but every time he looks for a fucking off-ramp, this goofy over there say, fuck that, nigga. I got your fucking nuts. Bitch, push the motherfucking button. What you gonna do? You better not say nothing. I'm gonna roll the dice with these big old raggedy motherfuckers. And I'm going to tell the world about your pussy ass over here with your daughter and all these other motherfucking kids. You been, yeah, you know, Say something. Say something, nigga. Say it, say it. Ching-a-lang, nigga. Ching-a-lang, ching-a-lang. Ching-a-lang. Ching-a-lang, nigga. We headed for hard times, man. You know. And I like to say this here too. I'm gonna give you hard-nosed, racist white people an off-ramp. For real. Because I'm gonna keep it real. Without you, this cat would be nothing. He probably wouldn't even be there. Right? You didn't vote for this. You know what? For real. I'm just thinking to myself, right? Your only off ramp is this right here. We didn't vote for the shit he's doing right now. We never voted for this. You didn't vote for that. You voted for something different. You voted for a lie. But the crazy thing about it is that you knew that it was a lie. You just thought that your lie was better. You thought your lie would coincide with his lie and that the lie would be perpetuated on the rest of these niggas here in America, right? When I use the word nigger, I'm encompassing everybody who's not white. You know what I'm saying? You thought that you was gonna have a utopia of sorts for whites, a resurgence of before 1865, and, back when they were a little bit more like slavery, bring it closer to that, putting up the whites only signs and different things like that. That's why you voted him in. You know, you knew that uh, you were gonna be outnumbered here. You knew that you had a bunch of old people in office and different things like that, and for some strange reason, white sperm doesn't work as well as it used to, and eventually, at some point, the ruling class would be Latin-speaking people, or people of Latin descent. Hell, they outgrew us. Yeah, it was gonna happen. That's reason number one to kick them out. To kick everybody else out, that's for your voting power. Right? Now, that's what the average civilian was thinking. And then not only that, we give these jobs that we was giving these Mexicans. You know, what I'm saying? You was sitting from a point of superiority, a point of power. You know, yeah, you hold the purse strings. You got the plantation. You still got the plantation. We're gonna kick all these, but who's gonna take over? And Trump told you who's gonna take over. See, it was subliminal at first. We should have got it right off. Some of us did when he said they're taking black jobs. You got to look at the jobs these people got. They out in the field. Matter of fact, they got the jobs we used to have when we was enslaved. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had to find new motherfuckers to take over that shit. And then you had to pay them. So you figure we was going back to the field. We was gonna start doing the jobs that the Mexicans you just kicked out of this country were doing. And I'm sorry. You got a lot of us that are educated now, and being in the field is beneath us. And then on top of all of that, you've got a lot of us with just that hustle mentality that just ain't going, man. They rather get it off the motherfucking corner than fuck around out there. So that ain't happening either. And then you got another part of us that check this out. If them bitches got to live in the forest, they ain't going back out there like they granddaddies and great granddaddies did. So you can kill that noise. Just ain't gonna happen, man. We just don't see ourselves like that anymore. You know, some of us, like me, I believe I'm a king. That shit's beneath me, motherfucker. Yeah, for real. Uh, we in trouble. I just thought I'd get on here today. Oh yeah, by the way, today's my birthday. I ain't gonna tell you how old I am. I'm an old ass man. To coin a phrase. Yeah. Anyway, uh, Just thought I'd give it to you for real, for real. This country is not ours anymore. That voting shit, I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to do my voting, right, in hopes that that it might change some things. Yeah, hope reigns supreme. Anyway, shalom, my people. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, we in trouble. Government ain't even ours. Our government is ran now by Netanyahu. Peace!